Değerli konuklarımız, Haliç Kongre Merkezi'ndeki 4. Uluslararası Genç İşadamları Kongremizin açılış programı devam ediyor. Şimdi de konuşmaları için İslam Kalkınma Bankası CEO'su Sayın Mr. Khaled Al ABOODI'yi davet ediyorum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm most honored to be invited to deliver my speech at the opening ceremony of this August gathering. On behalf of the Islamic Development Bank Group and its private sector arm, the Islamic Corporation for the Development Private Sector, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizer, especially Islamic countries' Young Entrepreneurs Network and Genç MÜSİAD for selecting such an important topic as the theme of this conference. The theme of the conference, risk and risk, is thought-provoking and has deep meaning with huge social, economic, as well as political implication for people and the governments. Before elaborating on the two concepts, allow me to reflect my impression about how these two relate. The word risk has a comprehensive meaning, including livelihood, substance, income, and bounty of Allah. People usually think that the source of their substance or risk is their parents, bosses, or employees. But the fact of the matter is that Allah is the ultimate provider of risk to all of His creation. We all believe in that Allah is the Al-Razzaq, the supreme provider. He is Al-Wahhab, the giver, and He is Al-Mu'ti and Al-Razaq. From business point of view, risk is Allah's written profit for us. And one could never know for sure what his profit is at the end of the day. However, when the current portrait of the world shows that when left to the market force, the majority of actors in the capitalist system will have the ability or willingness to address social and economic problems of the world. Now, if this is the case, do we know for any other alternative system that could combine the factors of production and create an equitable, just, and efficient economic system? The answer is yes, and that system is based on our Islamic values and includes Islamic finance as a major part of it. Let me now turn your attention to the Islamic finance and elaborate on what could be a viable alternative to financial system or financial model to address shortcomings of the conventional financial system. Islamic finance responds to today's appetite for ethical finance. After financial crisis, when it becomes clear that the link between risk and reward was broken, more and more people looked for an alternate financial model which does not offer riba or interest. The answer for them was Islamic finance, in which ethics and business goes hand in hand to create long-run success. The Islamic finance was not much affected from the recent global financial turmoil, mainly due to some of its inherent features, including greater diversification and risk sharing in addition to profit. Additionally, strict due diligence was used to assess the viability of business proposal before funding was agreed. And since the projects must have generated legitimate income and wealth, a philosophy that you cannot sell what you don't have, the investors were protected from speculation or gharar in the Islamic finance. With rising global interest in Islamic finance, the market has grown 50% faster than that traditional banking sector. Sharia-compliant assets rose by more than 160% between 2009 and 2011. The Islamic finance are already now worth about $1.8 trillion, with the industry forecasting to grow to $2.5 trillion by 2015. It is an honor and pride for me to share with you that the Islamic Development Bank, which was created almost 40 years ago, has the chance to offer such modes of finance for the development of its member countries. We have had an instrumental role in promoting this industry all over the world. Distinguished guests, let me now elaborate on how the private sector can help alleviate poverty and increase the potential for generating income, wealth, or in other words, risk to our people and unemployed. Through collective wealth, natural endowment, factors of production and knowledge that is given to us by Allah, the governments in the Muslim world can create an environment conducive to flourish entrepreneurship and to strengthen the private sector. Private sector is increasingly being recognized as a major force in development. The private sector has a critical role to play in both linking the poor to growth and accessing basic services, both of which are key elements for development. For the private sector to contribute to poverty reduction, actors within the private sector must maximize the multiplier effect of their investment. They must pursue inclusive business models that combine sustainable commercial and development objectives, and they should look for ways to target marginalized segments of the population in order to amplify development impact. For the OIC member countries, the private sector plays a crucial role in economic development, job creation, and reducing poverty. However, today the private sector in OIC countries faces several challenges in access to finance, labor market perfections, know-how, innovation, transparency, and tax regulation. Some OIC member countries fall at the bottom of the global competitiveness indices. For example, in the 2011-2012 Global Competitiveness Report lists only 3 OIC countries in the top ranked countries in terms of competitiveness. By contrast, the lower 25 ranked countries include 8 Islamic countries. Distinguished delegates, as the Islamic Development Bank, one of our main goals is to help fostering the development of entrepreneurship and private sector in our member countries. Today, I would like also to share with you main achievement of ICD, the private sector arm of IDB Group. At my current capacity as the CEO, General Manager of ICD, I'm very pleased to share with you that this year, our cumulative approval for the private sector surpassed $3 billion. By the end of 2013, our operation reached 38 member countries, in addition to 9 regional projects that incorporated several member countries. ICD recently went through substantial shift in its operation strategy to address current market needs in our member countries. With the new strategy, we are focusing more on the development of what we refer to as Islamic finance channels to have a higher development impact in our member countries. The channels of Islamic finance for ICD cover a number of areas such as leasing and ijar activities, industry and regional funds, equity participation capital of Islamic banks, creating Islamic windows within existing conventional banks, takaful, re-takaful industry, promoting Islamic capital markets, and finally, asset management activities at both individual and institutional investors. Extending, strengthening, and increasing line of finance to qualified financial institutions is a major contribution of ICD to reach SME sector. During the last 2 years, we have extended line of finance facility to several financial institutions in member countries, such as Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Uzbekistan. Additionally, ICD is promoting SME development funds program aiming at creating job and income in the small and medium enterprises sector by providing Sharia-compliant investment. With these opportunities, I would like to share with you a very recent initiative led by ICD to foster entrepreneurship in our member countries. In 2014, we are planning to organize the first business plan competition for the IDB Group in sub-Saharan African countries. The objective of this project is to help creating an entrepreneurship in this region. to encourage new business ideas to flourish and to make them bankable and successful. For this initiative, we managed to get the support of the number of global known institutions. Of course, we're also ready to conduct similar initiative here in Turkey in partnership with Genç MÜSİAD. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize that we need to revisit the current global financial system and develop a more balanced model with socially responsible financing and investment. In my view, it's not financial economy, but a human economy that matters in the long run. With the world still navigating its recovery from the financial crisis, Islamic finance is ideally placed to offer not only a fairer model, more reasonable and stable alternative to the traditional Western model, but also to provide access to much needed pools of funds for a cash-starved planet. Islamic banking also provides a socially responsible solution to the crises that have engulfed the conventional banking sector. Today, the sector plays a key role in fostering the private sector and entrepreneurship in many member countries. Yet, many more needs to be done, and as the Islamic Development Bank Group, we stand ready to partner with member countries to achieve the welfare and prosperity of the Ummah. With that, I would like to express my sincere desire that the distinguished participants in this conference enjoy fruitful deliberation in their various sessions. I wish the organizer and the distinguished participants a successful outcome. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.